Okay, thank you so much for joining me for another video. I really do appreciate it. Now, there's a lot of interesting news that actually came out this week. So today I thought I would do something a little bit different and try and talk about a few of these things. Now, the first thing is obviously going to be the next gen console. Hopefully we will be referring to it as the current gen console before the end of the year. But let's talk about the PlayStation 5. Now the PlayStation 5 has finally come out with some specs. Now we still actually do not know what this thing will look like, but hopefully we will soon. When it comes to the specs, it actually does look really interesting. They do focus on a few key points: check-in and load management, decompression and mapping. They will also have an SSD card, and Sony does claim that the console will be 100 times faster than the previous gen console. Now the next gen console will have ray tracing. That seems to be a big talking point. It will be really interesting to actually see how that will affect the game, because it has to at least have some type of effect when it comes to the performance of the game. They did show how this will look in game. With Minecraft you can clearly see a difference. It does look awesome. I am excited to actually see that in full effect when it comes to some of the AAA games. Now the PlayStation 5 also came out with the following specs. For the CPU, they will have 8 Zen 2 cores at 3.5 GHz. The GPU will be 10.28 teraflops, 36 CUs at 2.23 GHz. For memory, it will be 16 GB GDDR6 RAM. Memory bandwidth will be 448 GB per second. The internal storage will be a custom 825 GB SSD. Now that was a little bit surprising because that's just simply not going to be enough. Luckily there will be an option to increase your storage at a later stage. The optimal drive will be a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray drive. And that is pretty much what we have at this point. Now there's also other few interesting things that I would like to talk about. With all the next gen talk, people are also really excited about a few big sequels that might be coming, and none more so than GTA 6. There has been speculation for some months now as to when the game will actually launch, but unfortunately at this point we are still left in the dark with just a few rumors that I would like to look at today. First we're going to look at what we actually know, and that would be nothing. Now let's look at the actual rumors. There has been speculations that GTA 6 will take us back to Vice City. Now I personally has always been a fan of GTA when they have a healthy mixture between the nature and the city, but that's just my personal preference. There was an interesting post made by Jack O'Lantern 1982 on gaming leaks and rumors. Now obviously this is just rumors and nothing has been confirmed yet, but I would like to mention a few interesting things in this post. Now I will leave a link down in the description so you guys can go and check out the entire thing for yourself. But if I look at this post, it says GTA has been in development since 2012. Production didn't actually pick up properly until mid 2015. Even then it was put on ice because people were busy focusing on Red Dead Redemption 2. It's another Rockstar worldwide production, so it won't just be one or two studios, but all of the studios that will be working on the game. It has been given the code name Project Americas. It is set in both Vice City and a new fictional location based in Rio de Janeiro, with some linear missions taking place in Liberty City. Gaming will balance realism and arcade, but it will not be as realistic as Red Dead Redemption 2. One playable protagonist, this time male, not female despite the supposed leaks, set in 1970s and 80s. You play as an up-and-coming drug lord wannabe named Ricardo. Another key character is called Casey. He is also part of the narrative. You start off as a grunt doing runs as a cocaine smuggler from Vice City to a new large South American area before making connection with big-time drug lords and making your way up multiple cities. There will also be a giant prison which will play part in this game. Will feature a chapter system similar to a Tarantino flick or Red Dead Redemption 2. Weather will be a heavy focus, hurricanes, floods. That's really interesting. I would love to see how a flood looks in GTA 6. I bet that will look absolutely awesome. But you guys can go and check out the rest of it. Now one more thing that it did mention is that it's most likely only going to come out on PlayStation 5 and the Xbox X series, which makes sense if the game comes out in the next 2 years. If it comes out this year, which it obviously won't, it would still have made sense if it gets released on the current gen consoles. But if the release date is going to be 2 years from now, I can understand why they would not release it on old gen consoles. And that is pretty much what we have at this point. Now another game people has been speculating about is actually an EA title, SIMS 5, the inspiration behind this channel. Now EA has confirmed that they have been working on the game, but no official release date has been given yet. it will most likely be released on PC first and then followed by the next gen consoles, or at that point just consoles. Other than that, they're really not giving us much to work with. I did hear a rumor that there might be an open world game and there might be cars, but that's yet still to be seen. I would love that though. That really does seem like an interesting idea. I'm also interested to hear what type of features you guys would like to see in the next Sims game. But for now, that's where I'm going to end it. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again next time.